This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about the character Mankind. Of course, we know in this era, the company very much wanted to own the names and likenesses of all their creations. So he wasn't going to come in as Cactus Jack. And Mick Foley had wrestled as Cactus Jack Manson. And of course, most people just knew him as Cactus Jack through his incredible WCW run and his very entertaining ECW run. But it felt like the company didn't really have an appetite for stuff they couldn't own. So we're going to change it up a little bit. What do you remember about hearing about the Mankind character and what the vision for his new persona would be?
Well, I was encouraged at least we were thinking about something to repackage him with, meaning to me that there's at least some plans for him. So the company and the executives and everybody there could see what we might have in our hands. It's coming back, fell into our lap because he was not an expensive hire. I don't remember what we paid him the first go around, but the bottom line in that era was, you get that downside guarantee that you can live on if you're not booked, you're not getting over, whatever the reason, whatever's going on. So he wasn't an expensive talent on our roster, but I was just encouraged that, well, maybe this will work. And the key thing was that Mick liked it.
Right.
And I say that, well, because it's just logical. If the talent buy into their persona that has been created or partially created for them, and they buy into it, they're a whole hell of a lot more invested to make it work than not.
Right.
So he liked it. He's ready to go. And so that's kind of how that started out. The mask was an interesting thing because it was a leather deal, stunk like hell. Leather doesn't retain perspiration real well.
No.
It gets gnarly. Or as the cool word now is, what's that word I hate? I don't hate. I don't like it. Wonky. He's wonky. What the fuck does wonky mean? That's a shirt for you. What the F does wonky mean? Wonky. Jesus. Just use a goddamn dictionary. Use the English language a little bit instead of making up shit as you go. Well, that's wonky. What's that mean? So anyhow, that's Mick. He liked the gimmick. He's invested in the gimmick because it was his opportunity to finally get in the biggest game that he ever wanted to play in. And that I was all for.
Let's talk about the debut of the vignettes. January 29th is the first time we would see a vignette. We don't show his mask or his face, but it does show his disfigured ear. How much input did Mick have in these? And do you think the ability to give him some creative freedom with this character made it a home run before it even really got going?
Well, home run, I might not go that far, but it gave him confidence that his creative input was being utilized.
Right.
How well it would get over was still to be determined, but I think it encouraged him to invest everything he had in this new persona. It wasn't Cactus Jack. It wasn't Dude Love. It wasn't Mick Foley. It was Mankind. And he took ownership of it. And I thought that was pretty cool. So, but I don't know, home run, but it ended up being a home run. But he's in the lineup, Conrad. He's in the goddamn lineup. He's playing. Right. So I was a big supporter from the beginning, but I was even more supporter, had more confidence everything was going to work when I saw how much this meant to Mick Foley. And the other thing about it is you get a guy that's universally liked in the locker room. You don't have a short list of guys that don't want to work with him. He worked with everybody we had over time.
Right.
And some guys are just, or what's the word I'm looking for? Discerning.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys just bitched about who they worked with sometimes just so they could flexor muscle to the rest of the boys. So, but anyway, he did really well in the input of that thing. And again, he made the character his own. And to Vince McMahon's credit, he did it with Vince let him have that flexibility. He let him have that ability to have input. And I think that was a key turning point. And Vince changed his mind on Mick, obviously, after we got him there. And Vince changed his mind. He saw that, well, there's kind of something here, because Taker went to Vince, says, I like Jack. He liked Jack too, but Jack Daniels, but right. he liked Jack, and was willing to play ball and have a new dance partner, because Taker knew at the end of the day he's going over.
Right.
But in the meantime, you got to build the guy so that the 7-foot baby face is perceived by the fan base as being in trouble, i.e. being in jeopardy. So it worked out nicely.
Look, hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.